we have this incredible God-given gift that is called metacognition. We're going to talk about that and our thoughts today. My name is Brad, and welcome to the Daily Bread. What is metacognition? Metacognition means that you have the ability to think about your thoughts. In other words, it's about an awareness. It's about awareness and mindfulness of your thoughts. Okay? And that means that you can pause and that you can momentarily separate yourself from your thoughts. And you can then begin to discern what is healthy and what is not healthy, and you can then discard that which is not healthy. Okay? So our thoughts, our lives are always moving in the direction of our thoughts. They are always moving in the direction of our thoughts. What we think can shape who we are and the direction that we are going. Right? If I'm always thinking negative thoughts, I'm always going to be seeking that which to be negative about. If I'm always thinking positive thoughts, I will always seek out that which is positive in the world today, right? And if you think I'm being overly dramatic about that, I want you to remember that both science and scripture show us that this is the case. In Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9, the Apostle Paul says this: "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Paul says that our thoughts can shape the direction of our lives, and he's saying that we need to think about those things that are positive, those things that are good, that are pure, that are trustworthy, that are noble. Why? Because our thoughts shape the direction of our lives, and our thoughts can move us in any direction. So metacognition tells us that we can take that pause and be aware of our thoughts and separate that which is healthy versus that which is not healthy. Scripture says that our thoughts can shape the direction of our lives. And so, when we have anxiety, a lot of times we have things going through our brains and we are reacting to those emotions. And for people with anxiety, such as myself, sometimes it can be hard to take a pause and to actually just think about what our thoughts are saying. And sometimes we go a healthy route, and a lot of times we go an unhealthy route, right? So there are four steps that I want you to work through when you're dealing with anxiety. Okay? Going back to metacognition. All right? Going back to how our thoughts shape the direction of our lives. The first thing I need you to do is to identify the trigger. What is causing you to react? Start pinpointing an event or an individual that keeps triggering those emotions. And then ask yourself, why does this have so much power over me? Is my anxiety about the situation appropriate or created by my own fears and insecurities? All right, number 2. Now write down the thoughts that follow, okay? Write down anything and everything that you're thinking and analyze those thoughts, and then you become the judge. You become your own judge. Ask yourself, is my thought process rational in this moment? Is it being led by the Spirit? Is it being led by fear? Okay? Number 3, note the reaction. Okay? What is your first reaction to that trigger event? What is the first thing that happens? Ask yourself, how does that, when that happens, what is the first thing that I do? What is the first reaction that I take? And now, what is the healthier behavior that I can exchange now for that reaction? And then finally, number 4, you've got to understand the difference between feelings and reality. Sometimes our feelings and our reality are two totally different things. We need to separate ourselves from our feelings, okay? And then we need to look at it and say, is this reality? Is this really happening to me? All right? Where are your thoughts taking you today? Metacognition says that we can be aware of them and we can choose what is a healthy reaction and what is an unhealthy reaction. Well, that's all for today. Remember, The Daily Bread is also available as an audio podcast. The audio version of this video is available. You can get it in both the Apple Podcast Store and the Spotify Podcast Store. All right? Go there, subscribe. You would do me a great favor. And then also leave a review. It just helps people find the podcast easier. All right? Well, thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you again tomorrow.